In this question, we are given two functions, 4x squared minus 3, and then this one, g of x is equal to 4 bracket x squared minus 3. And we have to state why they are different. We have to specifically state why they're different. So, not too bad of a question, but it's a little tricky. Basically, what you have to do is you need to expand this bracket for g of x. So, if you expand the bracket, you end up with 4x squared minus 12. And this one is 4x squared minus 3. So what happened was both functions are vertically stretching the parent function x squared by a factor of 4, right? Because 4 is in front of both of these. However, the difference is that f of x gets shifted down by 3 units. And g of x gets shifted down by 12 units. So that is the difference between both of these. F of x shifts down by 3 units, g of x shifts down by 12 units. So it's, when you read it, it seems kind of easy, but to specifically say why, this is what I am looking for, just realizing that you understand the transformations. Another thing you got to be careful with is that this format, a lot of students might say that this function is being shifted down by 3 and then this function is being shifted to the right by 3. However, that's incorrect because if you remember for x squared, the general transformation format is a bracket kx minus d squared plus c. And then this k squared we can bring out, so really we can just have x minus d squared plus c. And notice how this format is different than this format, because this minus 3 is not in a bracket that is squared. So for example, if instead this was written as 4 bracket x minus 3 squared, then this function is still shifted down by 3, but then this function would be shifted to the right by 3. But notice how this minus 3 is not being, it's not in the bracket squared. It's not in this format. It's sort of separate from the x squared. The x squared is still by itself. So when we distribute the 4 in, we end up with 4x squared minus 12. Notice that there's no like x minus anything in brackets. So the d value is 0 here. The d value is 0 here as well. So there's no horizontal translation going on. So just be aware of that, right? It's really tricky. So a lot of students might say that the d value is 3 when in fact there is no d value. If it was in this format, then the d value would be 3. And this format is different than that format. So pretty tricky question. So the real difference is that this function is shifted down by 3, and then this function is shifted down by 12. Yo, what's up guys? Thanks for checking out my channel. Hopefully you got some value from the video you just watched. If you did get some value, big favor to ask you, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Any questions, any recommendations on things you'd like to see, please leave it in the comments section. Also check out the description box below for links to material and content related to the video you just watched. Peace out.